Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2026. My name is Sent, and together we have raised over $2.1 million for Doctors Without Borders. Can we get some applause for that, audience? Please, please. But we have not done it alone, not the people up here on the interview set, not just the people behind the stage, because it takes an entire group, an entire company to make that happen. And at the head of that company need to be people with a vision, with a mind to make it happen, and with the courage to do so. So it is my pleasure to introduce you to my bosses here. We have Ashley Farkas and Mike Tundro, our creative director and business director, respectively.
Hello.
What's up, gamers?
What's up?
Everything you see on our stream, from the prize segments to the interviews to the runs to just what happens at the event, goes through these two. They make it happen. They are the driving force behind GDQ, and we are so appreciative of them. So I wanted to bring them up here for a bit and just talk about the event in, motion. What's happened this year? What did we do really well? What did we love? What were some of the moments that got us there? And to kind of kick us off, I want to send it over to two of the people from our content teams. We've got Brian Otto, one of our executive producers, and ADEF, our co-talent host lead, going to tell us about some of the runs and interstitial content that they loved this week. Guys, please, take it.
What's up, everybody? I'm ADEF.
I am Brian Otto.
We are excited to talk to you about some of our favorite stuff that happened this week. GDQ, of course, we love the audience. We love the interaction here on site, and I think a big part of that is the excellent programming that the executive producers have put on this week. So, Bri, briefly, can you tell us about what the executive producers do?
Formerly Games Committee, name change, by the way.
Name change, by the way.
Yeah, we are in charge of the programming, effectively. We review all the submissions, we build the schedule, we kind of help facilitate things between our talent and our tech team. We do a lot of the stuff that isn't actually, physically pressing the buttons. And yeah, it's one of my... I wake up every day and I feel like I'm living the dream. It's everybody on the team is so excited about what we do all the time. We have so much passion, and I feel like that's reflected by our runners themselves. So I was really excited to be here with you just to talk about this games list, because I've been doing this for 6 years now, and this was one of my favorites I ever worked on, and I was just like dying at the chance to talk about just how amazing this week was.
Well, then let's jump into some of Brian and I's greatest hits from the week. This is just a small sampling. There were so many amazing games. You can see all of the VODs on our YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out.
When Sent asked me to be on the recap, I sent him a list of games I wanted to talk about. He's like, Brian, we need like 3. So just so you know, if I could, I would be up here for the next 30 minutes probably, just going on and on and on and on and on. But we pared it down pretty significantly.
We pared it down. Let's check out our first clip here. This is the first game that we wanted to shout out. This is a Brian Otto classic.
Oh my God, Dusk was so good. I was excited. When I saw the submission come up, I was immediately excited about it. And you only have to watch this for all of a few seconds to understand just exactly. Anybody that knows me, this is a Brian Otto pick. Like top to bottom.
Fast
amazing
FPS.
strafe movement.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Strafing the whole time. Really fast FPS. The skill ceiling in this game is just unbelievable. And Sheen got the record on the run up to the event. I was watching that, and I was so so excited for this. And what I really like about this run in particular is that when you have a run with this much tech that is this short, commentary, you have to be super dialed in. And Davutz and Sheen, they felt like a well-oiled machine the way they were rolling through commentary and explaining every single little intricacy that was going on. I was really glad we were able to put a run like this in a spot where a lot of people are able to watch it.
Yeah.
The Sheen's talents absolutely deserved to be viewed by everybody, and it was one of my favorite runs of the event, bar none.
I think something that's really interesting to me, and maybe something people don't often think about in regard to building the schedule, because the games list is only one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
Once you figured out what submissions you want, then the next course of action is, okay, how do we structure the event? Because a big job here, right, at GDQ is we're trying to raise money for charity.
Exactly.
So you have to pace things out, put big hits in certain places, new releases, and so that's a really big part of that. And one big game that I want to talk about from today that I thought was amazing was Super Mario 64. This task was lightning. I don't even know if that's an adjective people use, but it is now. Look at this. BLJ, forward, LJ, I don't know. What is going on? This was amazing. This was replayed on an actual console, a truly incredible task. We've had tasks on the stage before. This one just really blew my mind. And like you said with the last run, the commentary was just on.
Oh my, it was even better than we could have even ever imagined.
They knew every little detail, every subpixel setup. So good.
I could not believe that they came to us. We're like, can we premiere this year? We're like, yeah, yeah, we would love to do that. Yeah, it was truly an honor to be able to have that on our stage. I mean, just what a moment, especially in speedrunning history.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that we were able to debut it here, it was incredible, like perfect, truly.
I think the last thing we want to talk about here is like strange submissions. Something that's really important to me. I'm on the more
Things
talent.
that we want more of, by the way.
Yes, exactly.
We want more of. Yes.
I'm on the like talent interview side. I'm on that team, and we're always trying to do like weird stuff. And it's always cool to me when sort of non-traditional runs get in. So we got to pull up this clip of the pinball run. Bri, you're a pinball wizard. Please.
Oh, but it was pretty cool. We got the submission just as I was really getting invested in the pinball hobby. If we're talking about perfect runs, this is going on my GDQ Mount Rushmore, and I don't say that lightly. They had a developer of the game on the couch, the guy that did the music. Ryan is just, I cannot overstate just how difficult what he did was. Pinball is amazing because it's this mastery. You're fighting against physics.
Right.
It's really unlike anything else. I love that Ryan framed it as like there's 100% RNG all the time. And
the crowd shot.
The
it's
pop-up.
so cool.
I honestly, I wish, I would love for all of our runs to look like that. The crowd pushed up and everything. It was so cool. Our tech team executed on that absolutely perfectly. Like, there was not a single part about that run that went wrong. Like everybody involved, both the talent, the tech team, producers, it was amazing. If you haven't watched that VOD, that's the one that I think you should go home and watch, or not go home and watch it. But that's the one you should check out when the show's over for sure.
The last clip I want to show you is another thing, an example of how GDQ has evolved. I want to show the Elden Ring 4-player all bosses run. Huge shout out to our tech team and to the producers on my team.
That's right.
Who directed this run. And you're going to see Yo Josh Areno in the bottom left is heading into the Falling Star Beast fight here, and we're going to see a beautiful splash transition, and now we're zeroed in on the gameplay. And like, yes, in a traditional speedrun sense, it's like, actually, we didn't see every inch of gameplay. But also, did you know that this is for fun? And so...
Good to be reminded of that sometimes, I think. Good to be reminded of that.
And so I just think it's really cool that, like, yes, we didn't see every inch of every gameplay on all 4 monitors, but how sick was it that we could highlight cool moments as they happen? So to that effect, and I think Bri feels this even doubly as much as I do, I want to see GDQ evolve, I want to see cool runs, and we only get what you submit. And I've said this on the event recap before, but if you have an interesting idea or a thoughtful, weird thing, submit that ish, girl. Like, we need that.
Yes, and if you're interested more about the process and want to learn just how exactly this whole thing goes, the executive producers, we actually did a panel on Monday that you can go on on our YouTube and watch if you're curious, like, what makes a good submission, how exactly you can be involved on our stage. Like, we want your creative stuff. We want you to try things. We want you to take risks. Please keep submitting to our events. Thank you.
That's it from me and Bri over here. We're going to throw it back up to Sent.
Bri, Adef, thank you so much. Audience, please show some love for not only Bri and Adef, but for everyone on our content teams here at Games Done Quick. They do absolutely incredible amounts of work in an incredibly short amount of time. I don't know how we pull it together every event, and somehow, like magic, it always works out. I think Adef and Bri brought up a really good point, which is that we are here to raise money for Doctors Without Borders. That is our purpose. That is what drives us. And I think one of the ways that we help do that is, of course, with our amazing prizes. We have so many cool ones throughout the week. It used to be entirely my domain, but I want to send you over to someone who has told me he's a little worried that he is living in my shadow, but I feel like that is just because he doesn't realize he is so big already that he blocks out the sun. Bobby, please tell him about those grand prizes.
Too many kind words to say about me, but it is everybody here at GDQ that makes the gears turn. Again, like I said, from top to bottom, I am ecstatic to be here to be part of making the magic happen. And speaking of making the magic happen, hi. I'm going to talk to you about prizes, but I'm also going to talk to you about how you can unlock even more GDQ. We do not want this event to be over quite yet. So here's what you do. Go to that page. Bookmark it. You're going to love it, especially for future events, right? GDQ.gg/donate, because if you are super excited for Clair Obscur Expedition 33, much like we are, much like the crowd is right now, thank you. I thought I was going to miss the timing on that. we have opened up a couple of new bonus incentives. I want to talk about our milestone incentive first because it is an absolute chair grabber. Absolutely tense. The Simon the Divergent Star Boss entirely blindfolded. This will include a myriad of tricks specific to not having your vision on the screen at all. And the milestone that we want to hit for that you guys will help us hit is $2.4 million. So let's get on that. And while you do, there is another incentive that you can tie your donation amount to, and that is the no painted power incentive at $75,000. They're going to be taking on an end game boss with no painted power, no extra overpowered augments or anything, but their incredible wit and skill and adaptability. And we want to see, again, Expedition 33 have even more of a presence as its finale, as it should. So, let's talk about the myriad of prizes that you can win. I only want to talk about the last call day prizes and grand prizes. We do have the GDQ mascot Crokinole board by Just from Crokinole Chaos. That is a $100 donation, and thank you. Oh, everybody here loves some Crokinole. If you were part of the on-site experience, the on-site activities, Crokinole was an incredible, crucial piece to kind of making everybody, pile up together and make friends, just as a community well should. $100 donation in for that. And then we have, again, not one, not two, but 4 grand prizes that I will rattle off real quickly. For at a $250 sum donation, you can either be entered to win a fully functional, fully custom, fully made from wood, sourced from, honestly, it looks like the pits of hell itself, the DMC3 Navon guitar by Orbital Guitars. We also have, for the Pokemon lovers out there, the Pokemon Mega Evolution TCG bundle. It is a handful, more than a handful of booster boxes, booster bundles, and elite trainer boxes, ETBs. Again, another 250 sum. And then, for the beautiful, beautiful Spyro Gemstone set by Gem Cutter Schufels, cut from that cubic zirconia. You want that to be the excellent piece to your Spyro the Dragon kit. Another $250 bid, cumulative bid. And last but not least, due to our friends at Heroic Replicas, you know them, you love them. We have a Valheim Sword and Shield Grand Prize bundle, Mistwalker Sword, Silver Shield, Tankard in hand. I don't know how you're gonna be carrying all of that, but also with you we'll have an inflated Neck the Pet Dragon. Oh my Lord, everybody. We are super, super close to Expedition 33, but still, please get those donations in. We still have, I guess I gotta throw to Sent for a little bit. He is my boss after all. So Sent, what else do you got for us?
Thank you so much, Bobby, for telling us about those grand prizes. And you know what? I'm gonna let you all in on a secret. Yeah, give Bobby a hand. Give Bobby a hand and the prize team a hand for all of the amazing work that they have been doing this past week. But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, Bobby. I might have withheld one little prize from you. I can't help it. I still want to talk about prizes sometimes. So we have one final prize. If you have not donated $25 since the start of this segment, get that donation in before the end of Expedition 33 to be entered into our SGDQ Vendor Hall and Friends bundle. It's right next to me on the couch. It is an absolute treasure trove of amazing things from all of our friends over at the Vendor Hall here at Games Done Quick. We've got a Pride Velocity from our friends over at the Yeti, along with a lovely little water bottle right here. Fluxtide Designs threw in a resin Gengar and the resin Pokeball that you see right on top right there. Subconscious Realms gave us an Outer Wilds standee that I did not assemble, and I feel very bad about right now because it does not look nearly as cool as it should on this couch, but trust me, it is absolutely amazing. Polygons in Peril gave us this absolutely adorable little Ditto pin that I am now pulling away from the camera because I forgot to check where it was pointing before I picked it up. Thank you, production, for following me anyway. Give a hand to production and give a hand to this pin. Excellent. Now I'm going to put it down off screen so you can't see it while I talk about all the amazing things that Ganel Jumelon sent, including this incredible signed print. And by the way, I was talking to Ganel in the vendor's alley. Apparently, every time he submits a prize, he hides a signed Magic card that he did the art for inside the frame. Haven't known for like 3 years. There's just a bunch of prizes out in the wild that have signed Magic cards in them, which is, I love the person. Everyone I interact with wants this to be personal to them. Everyone wants to tell their story and to bring their story to our audience, and that is fantastic. So Ganel has sent us one of these lovely prints, as well as a copy of Dungeon Looters and a deck of 20, a couple of beautiful little art games that he has created. Thank you so much, Ganel. And of course, to top it all off, our friends over at Hidden Block Games, who also sent us all of those incredible seriously, way too many Pokemon cards through a Nintendo Switch 2 and 2, because why not?
Why not?
You gotta sweeten the deal. All of that for a $25 minimum donation. Get it in, get it towards those Clair Obscure incentives, because we want more games done quick. Now, speaking of really cool things that we have here, I kind of wanted to break it down with management here and talk about some of the new things that we're kind of doing at this GDQ. And I mean, obviously, the big new thing that we all can point at is Mike. Mike, you are the new thing. This is your first GDQ, right?
Hey, first working and attending.
First working and attending.
All
as
11
management.
years that I said, oh, I should go 1 year, I decided my first one to be running the ship, kind of. It's fine. We're
So
great.
you just wanted to be paid to come here?
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How's that working out for you, Mike?
Listen, gas prices are rough. It's great.
No, but seriously, Mike, like, what is the experience like as someone who hasn't attended a GDQ before, but is a long-time watcher? How's the vibe in person?
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming from the outside industry, right? So I've been to Summer Game Fest. I've been to PlayStation Experience, rest in peace. I've been to PAXs. So I have an idea of, that pop of a new game reveal or a hype moment. But I wanted to make sure I was really living in the moment during this entire week. So I started out with pre-show and kickoff. I wanted to make sure once everything was settled that I stood in the back of the room and wanted to feel that energy. And a big directive of the pre-show that, I wanted this to be a love letter to the city. This city has, frankly, been through so much this year. The least we could do is give the love back, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure I was out there with everybody. And I thought I knew what I was getting into, but shout out to Trey, by the way, video editor, who edited that incredible segment. When we pan out to the city skyline and the incredible badge that you pick up at Fangamer, by the way, plug. When that popped and everybody out here just erupted, it sounds cheesy. I started getting choked up. I almost broke down in that crowd. It is legitimately unlike anything I've ever felt before, and the energy in this room is unmatched. And what's insane is that it never let up throughout the week. So y'all, kudos, thank you.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No,
Unforgettable.
Thank
I'm gonna
you
remember
so
this
much.
week for the rest of my life.
Thank you so much, Mike. Yeah, no, I was walking through the city the other day, and I still saw remnants of the ice out signs everywhere, and it is the painful reality of what the city's gone through, and they're still here. We're still here. We're still GDQ. We're raising money for an important cause. That's what we're here about. That's what we're here for. Yep. Speaking of that cause, Mike and Ashley, I know both of you kind of had a directive for us with our pre-show and with our content in general to incorporate the charity more directly. Our pre-show was a lot different. Normally, we just do like a 30-minute long sketch, and this event, we kind of took it in a different direction. If you two want to kind of talk about the idea behind that.
Yeah, so when I started in management last year I met Greta, and we kind of got along out the gate. Maybe it's the colored hair that we both were rocking at the same time.
Must be nice.
What is hair?
What is hair indeed?
What is hair?
That's true. Been asking that for the past decade.
So when we started thinking about SGDQ 2026, we really were like, how do we tell the story of the important work that they're doing day in and day out in a meaningful and authentic kind of way? And also acknowledging that the audience of GDQ is also shifting and changing at the same time. Like, we're on YouTube this year for the first time, starting at AGDQ, which shout out YouTube, like, y'all are awesome.
Shout outs to the YouTube
Shout out
viewers.
to YouTube.
So
Little indie company YouTube. Shout out.
So we also wanted to kind of inform, right? Like, what does the charity do? Why is it important? How do donations matter? And then, like, how do you get involved? Like, how do you donate? How do you submit prizes? How does the donation page work? How do incentives work? And so getting some more information kind of out in the front to people who may be joining us for the first time this year was also something we really wanted to kind of focus on. And then the last piece of this was more of like visual representation of that work that the charity is doing. So I'm sure there was probably not a dry eye in the room last night, and I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that, right? So, that's something that we worked with MSF on, and we're able to bring the power of their work in a way that tells a story that's not just us sitting up here telling it. It's the people that are affected telling it, and that's so important that we have their voices in this too.
Absolutely. And to lighten the mood, I will say that speech was supposed to come with photos, which are broken. So the people are unfortunately not up here. That's fine. You are stuck with me instead.
It's day 72, you know?
Yeah.
Things are going to break.
It's all good. So again, to kind of keep with this theme of new things that we've been trying and people have kind of been feeling out, this is the first year we did a cosplay contest.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we launched that with like a month to go before the event, and it was kind of like, maybe some people will show up. Maybe there'll be a little cosplay or whatever,
Yeah.
and a little bit different, right?
It was different. It definitely was something that came in kind of at the tail end of planning, and everybody that worked on it really did such a fantastic job organizing just everyone that was coming in, bringing their cosplay. We had over 20 people that were on stage downstairs for the cosplay contest. I have to shout out the winner because the winner's cosplay was actually a cosplay of one of our staffers' VTube models. So Kiara has a VTube model that won the cosplay contest as someone else dressed up as it. So it's awesome, super awesome thing. And that's something that we tried that was new, and we want to continue to do stuff like that. So keep your eyes open for a new cosplay contest for AGDQ. Start working on all the things that you want to build.
Give that a round of applause, audience. Give that a round of applause. And a round of applause to our amazing on-site teams as well, who make all of this possible, who run our board game room, who run our arcade, who make all of these activities that give our attendees something to do other than sit in the stream room for 24 hours, which, by the way, is a very worthy use of your time.
Yeah, it's valid.
You all should stay in the stream room for at least the next 2 hours of Claire Obscure. After that, I mean, your choice.
Yeah, and go ahead, Mike. I interrupted you before you even started talking.
Did you?
Go ahead. I did.
I'm used to it.
I
It's
sensed it. It's fine.
Yeah, I think my goal coming into this now, right? I want to make the on-site experience a destination spot. I want this to be a PAX or an EVO or whatever you want to call it, right? We have so much cool stuff going on, and I think just to tease out a little bit, Ashley and I have been talking a lot about expanding that a little more and getting a little outside the box so there's something for everybody. And yeah, I need more people to feel what I felt on kickoff day and throughout the week. It's infectious, and I need more people here.
That's exciting. Thank you so much, Mike. I'm very much looking forward to what Games Done Quick looks like in the future under both of your leaderships. Real quick, we should acknowledge the empty spot on the couch here because there is a third member of our management team who is unfortunately unable to be here. We read a donation from him a little bit earlier. Cool Matty, Matt Merkel. He has been with Games Done Quick since classic Games Done Quick, I think. Matt has been around as long as I've worked here, as long as I've known about Games Done Quick, and has always just been an infectious source of love and community support for everyone here. This is the first event in a very long time that he hasn't been able to join us. And Matt, I just want you to know if you're out there watching, and I hope you are, we out here are missing you greatly, and we are wishing you the best. And I was telling Ashley and Mike the other day the story back in AGDQ 2012 when the two of us were sitting behind what counted as tech at the time. I think it was just like a banquet table with a tablecloth on it. You were behind the mixer. I think I was supposed to be the stream tech, but I was probably just lying on the floor because it was 3 a.m. there were no shifts. They were just like, you want to hop on stream tech? Sure, here you go, figure it out. And we were just coming up with the dumbest ideas of things that you could put on Games Done Quick as an org. And how as, you became management and became the owner of the company for a while, that we had to restrain ourselves. We had to be like, okay, Sen, we can't do the dumb things we always talk. We have to think about the actual company. But you always kept that spirit. You kept the fun alive. You kept that spark in our hearts of what it means to be here at GDQ. We miss you greatly, man. We wish you all the best, and we hope that come AGDQ, you'll be right back here with us in Atlanta.
Love you, Maddie.
Please, round of applause. Round of applause for that. And with that, everyone, I think that is all we have here to recap at the event here. But Summer Games Done Quick 2026 is not over because we have one more run. We still have one more goal. We want to reach that $2.4 million milestone. So, everyone out there, for those who have come before, for those who are here, and for those who come after, we are Games Done Quick. And we want you to make as much noise as you physically can for our final run of the event, Expedition 33. Let's get hyped.